Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our final interview of the night. I want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that we have cut off comments. You can email your questions to MarionCountyMessenger@gmail.com. Would also like to invite everybody to go to the top of Marion County Messenger and make a donation. I'm asking for $1 or $2. We have had a wonderful donation tonight. And I want to remind everyone again that anyone who is running for office or currently holding office, regardless of party or party affiliation, is welcome on Marion County Hardball. We would love to talk to you. Please reach out to us. And all donations go to the Marion County Messenger, and me, Rurik, is an unpaid commentator. And with that, I am going to kick off, or I'm going to hand it off to Rurik.
Okay. Scott, I know you have something you'd like to share with the audience, so I'm going to give the floor to you.
Thank you, sir. So I requested to be on here to talk about just one thing. And what's interesting is I don't believe in coincidences. Mr. Travis Lane spoke first, and he actually hit the subject that I was going to talk about. And then you had just talked about, and you hit kind of on the same thing. And it's kind of similar to what I've been saying all along, is there needs to be a unity in this community, okay? I've waited for several days to see if someone's going to stand up and say enough, okay? Some kind of civic leader. And it's not about me calling anybody out, okay? But we live in a nation right now where word violence, physical violence, has been like promulgated by leaders. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle they come from, they are advocating physical or verbal violence. At some point, I'm going to upload, because we can't do it here now, a video in 2020 when leaders of this nation advocated violence against police officers. I was there. They were throwing Molotov cocktails at police officers in Portland, and no one was stopping it. Several officers caught fire. Okay? That's called mob mentality. And the comments that I saw flying, and it doesn't matter if it was Tony or if it was Morgan or anybody else, the comments that are flying about these people, condescending, disrespectful, rude, it's got to stop. You can all do better. Talk about your candidate all you want, okay, in a respectful manner. Argue in a respectful manner, okay? That's what's expected. You have to understand you're being watched by your own children and your friends' children, etc. Okay? We as leaders have to stop the bad stuff that's going on and start setting an example. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Okay? It's not us versus them. It's not in this and that. It's nothing. Okay? And if you take a picture of a person's house that is not yours and you place it on the internet and say this is where this person lives, that's doxing, whether you intended to do it or not. Okay? And I have prosecuted, arrested, and charged harassment charges for that very thing. So think about what you're doing. As Mr. Lane said, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Okay? Start thinking before you speak. Let's unite. If you're against a candidate, so be it. It could be family member. It could be a friend. It could be the fact that you're going to that very position. It doesn't matter. Be respectful at all times. We have young people who are following this, watching you. Okay? We came from a state where disrespect and hate is tantamount. Tantamount. Okay? We left those states. And you can say, oh, they escaped with their money and they brought their guns and all those comments. And it's not okay, man. Okay? Get to know people, accept them, they're here, and work together. And that's all I have to say.
Well, Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome. And I believe we're not going to stop it. We're going to go ahead and Tony Mangiemellie wanted to come on and say something real quick.
All right, let's see. I gotta put this here. There we go. Hello, everybody.
Thank you for coming, Tony.
Good.
There you go. You got a captive audience. Do your thing.
All right. I don't know if I'm going to say both things or just one thing, but I do want to address, kind of piggyback of what he said, is about the major division, which is just mind-boggling to me. And I've had it happen to myself as well, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen with this video going around. I'm going to address that video. But I'll inbox every single person that says something negative about any of the candidates. And some people like to twist that and say, oh, he's creepy, he's inboxing us. Well, tell what I'm inboxing about. I say, come meet me, get to know us. And five men have actually took me up on that offer, and we've met and talked. And we talked for about an hour, at certain establishments. And at the end of every conversation, it's the exact same thing. Man, I misjudged you, and I'm sorry. And I'm going to vote for you, and I'm going to get behind you and vote for you. That's it. Just get to know us. You can't make these accusations. It's just mind-boggling. Let's address the video that everyone has seen. It's all over the internet. Look at a couple of key things in that video. I had black hair in my goatee. It's white now, right? So that was a few years ago, that video. It was when I was involved with a construction company. I'm going to leave the name out of it because it's irrelevant. I was a part of a construction company, but also there's another key point in that video. There's the most important key point in that video. The first few minutes were cut out. They were cut out. The first few minutes were cut out. So they like to splice and use what they can do to twist things around, right? In that beginning of that video, it was very clear. It was for California people. I sent to all my California investors because I owned a construction company at the time. So I was trying to sell those townhouses. And I said, this is for my California people who are moving here to build in Jasper Highlands. Mm-hmm. I got these beautiful homes for sale for $327,000. Everyone goes, oh my God, he's trying to rip everybody off $327,000. 1,600 square foot for $327,000, which we actually dropped to $299 to be more fair. Mm-hmm. At the exact same time we were selling those for $327,000, you had local contractors that were selling 1,200 square foot houses for $350,000. So who's taking advantage of who? But that's besides the point, because I'm trying to just sell the California people because they're moving here. And like I said in the video, there's nothing here to rent or buy. So I was trying to make that point that buy these now, sit on it for a while, and you can make some money. I also said that you can, after you're done building your house in Jasper Highlands, you can turn around and rent them back to people in Jasper Highlands for $2,500. I wasn't saying like you twisted, saying, oh, you can screw over the local people because there's nothing to rent here. You can get $2,500 from them. That was nothing what I said or meant to say. It was to rent back to Jasper Highlands people for $2,500, which is a great deal for them, because to rent up on the mountain while you're building, the people who have houses up there, it's anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So yeah, $2,500 is a good deal. So I don't want to hear it. And it's so funny how they like to twist things and it's always taking advantage of people and this and that, but yet there's so many local people here that flip homes and make a profit. It's called capitalism. You know what I mean? So it's just got to stop. But that's a whole other thing. And it's funny because I'm not stupid, right? I look at who's making the comments. And I look at who's making the comments at this guy in Jasper Highlands at running, and who's making the comments at this person in Jasper Highlands, and it's the same people. And you can make a pyramid out of it even. It's one guy who's the snake, the head of the snake, and you got these 4 or 5 individuals, and it's the same individuals who's saying it to everybody that's running for Jasper Highlands. They're just trying to make us look bad. I get it, it's politics. I get it. I brush it off, no big deal. Last comment is, yesterday, as everybody knows, or some people don't know, almost 2 months ago, I had a heart attack. I had a full 100% blockage in one of my arteries, dropped in my knees, they fixed it, they put a stent in it. Went to the doctors yesterday, and doctor asked me, how you feeling? I said, I'm feeling great. Good, I am. I'm feeling great. I've changed my diet. I'm doing different things. He says, are you still on the medication? Yeah, I'm still on the medication. Okay, well, why is your blood pressure going up? Because see, I have to take a journal of my blood pressure in the morning and in the evening. And he's looking at my journal going, well, if you're on the medication, why is all of a sudden your blood pressure going up? And I explain, well, I'm getting into politics, and you know how politics are. He says, do you understand the only reason why you had your first heart attack was because of stress? Because I own a business for 30 years, and that's what caused my stress. My blood pressure is good, my cholesterol is good, I've been exercising for 41 years, I should not have had this heart attack. But stress does kill. Everyone knows that. So he stressed to me that you cannot deal with any more stress, because not only did I have that one artery that was 100% clogged, I had 3 other arteries that were clogged. One was at 70%, one's at 50%, one's at 30%. And I'm kind of mad at the one at 70% because if you Google it, anything that's 70% or more, they have to stent. And they didn't stent it. And I didn't get a good answer from my doctor, so we're going to be changing doctors. But he says, you don't understand, you can't have any more stress in your life, especially for 4 years. So I pulled out today. So I will no longer be running for county commissioner. Has nothing to do with the drama on social media, because trust me, I've been through a lot worse than that, right? But my health is more important. I do have 2 children, I do have a wife, and I have to do what's right by them. And I'm the type of person that's going to get very, very involved if I would have won. And that would have caused me stress. And I wouldn't even known I was stressed. Like, I didn't even know I was stressed now because I'm so good at dealing with stress because I've been in business for 30 years. I didn't know I was stressing then, but apparently I was. So that's all I have to say. Everybody just get along.
Yeah. Was there a video that you were going to upload, or?
Yeah, I have a video from Portland, the actual incident. I just don't know how to get it up on the...
So you can give it to Duke and you can upload it, is
Yeah, I
that?
can upload it. Email it to
Okay,
me.
so there's a video coming as well. So,
And I'll see if I'll upload it on the live.
Okay.
and Tony, many of us want to thank you for you doing what you did and for pulling a petition and going through the work that you did. So it's unfortunate, but I hope you'll stay very active in the community, especially keeping the politicians that are there in line.
Yeah, I just got goosebumps.
Was that me?
It crushed me that I had to do this. And I was up last night till 1 o'clock in the morning talking to the wife about it, and I was up another hour after we woke up this morning talking about it. And it was a long drive to down to the square and to pull it. But I'm not done. I'm going to be very, very involved with this community, with my church. We're going to make good things happen, and I'm still going to be in the background fixing things. And God willing, if Scott gets elected and if other people get elected, I'm going to be behind them and supporting them. And, not to, well, I guess I can, I'm not just saying this because I know Scott, but if we don't vote for Scott, it's ignorant. I'll be honest with you. He's a fighting combat soldier. He's a man of his word. He's a Christian. He will not allow corruption in his department. He will clean up the departments, and he is the best man for the job. And that's just a little plug for him, but that's just how I truly feel, and that's what has to be done. If you're happy with the status quo, what's going on, then don't vote for him. But I trust me, the reason why I got involved is because so many locals were coming to me, telling me how corrupt it was, and this and that. Now, I don't know if it's corrupt, so I'm not claiming it is. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing from locals, and things need to change. And if you want them to change, that's your guy, end of story, and that's all I have to say.
Well, we're always looking for good contributors, too.
Yes, we are.
So maybe we can get you to do some of that for us.
Absolutely.
So.
We'd love that. I thought about that earlier today. I think you were our first hardball interview.
You were. He was.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
So we hope to keep seeing you.
Yes.
Oh, you will. I'm not done. Trust me. As God says, I'm not done yet.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, folks, for tuning in tonight for Marion County Hardball. We will be back next week. We have we got some wonderful stuff in store for next week.
Yes, we do.
And we will be doing a mayoral roundtable here soon. I think we neglected to invite Travis. I want to make sure that he knows he's invited to our roundtable. And we'll have that coming up very soon. Until then, folks, have a good evening.
God bless.